hello everybody around the globe. We are back on track. I hope the fullest recovery for the Shib-dev team and everybody who have been, out there. The most productive days and times ahead. Yet I want to quickly remind everybody that the Shib-dev is working with multiple projects up on Shibaswap. All is about this economy and developing it further. So most likely they will not be so often presenting publicly like they were daily before. Yet there are multiple channels of recent factual information, even personal perspectives and views, opinions, and I want to thank everybody who are being constructive in the talk and exchange of ideas. I want to thank the official resource group of Shib economy team, and we are always present there. Somebody is always present. You are present. So keep it constructive and the view into the future. Quickly though, one of the developments is that the new pairs, new rewards will be woofable, partly from the Woof page, those pairs which are rewarded for liquidity providing, and for example Ryoshi-vision rewards will be woofable on the Bury page. Likewise, from previous videos, those who are staking Shib will get an extra reward from Ryoshi.vision token. And then you may ask, where is the place for that standalone Ryoshi-vision token? What is the thesis for it? I can answer, at least from my personal view. Ryoshi is having me come back to the déjà vu of Shib in the beginning of this year, especially on March, when it was surge and then it was cool down, and that kind of juxtaposition again. Though those same happenings are still happening with Shib, they are just in smaller waves. And that is the human nature. But how I see Ryoshi token for those people who want to niche down yet still be within the Shibaswap presence. So Ryoshi is more aloof from the tightness of Shib, leash and bone inherent Shibaswap tokens. It is departed from the savviness that is ongoing and mainly driven by Shib holders. It's niched down. It is a project with its own developer team, yet it is still within Shibaswap. Those who would like to have a community, how I feel, it is more artsy, more kind of free-flowing, good vibes, of course, like everybody here, as if standing on its own, though it's still within Shibaswap. There is a place for that kind of token. And also some confusion from different blockchain networks were removed with, so-called other tokens which were named similar way, but now we are officially having Ryoshi within Shibaswap, and that is somehow convenient. The fulfillment comes from a little bit, I wouldn't say loose leash, because leash is not less. It is just more, different feeling in it. It is still in the beginning. Ryoshi is deflator token. It is burning every transaction, and that means, especially now when it is in the beginning, it is burning relatively fast pace. With deflator tokens, it is that the chart might go a little bit lower, though the tokens might be still worth more than they were a couple weeks ago, for example. So it is always worth to remember the relativity in the tokenomics and then the market cap. It is not the word seen in the price only. So a couple facts: RyoshisVision is only 17 days old, 67% of it is burned, and it is around 50 million market cap. White paper is yet to be released. How I would do it, I would release the white paper simultaneously with the Woof button on Shibaswap. That would be great. It has its own team that is right now in the talks with multiple endeavors, and they have met. It remains to be seen what is yet to come from the sleeve RyoshisVision. One of the projects that is coming in the near future upon Shibaswap is NFTs, and that will create a whole bunch of utilization and very likely more functions for the inherent Shibaswap token. For example, ships are used for buying an NFT. Part of those ships might be burned. It would actually make sense if Shibaswap provides the NFT platform, then so-called platform fee would be burned in the tokens. When people will be able to submit their own NFT artwork upon Shibaswap, then of course the artist will get their own reward for their work. What else we have on the track? And on that constructive note, for example, until this Sunday there is sticker contest going with RyoshisVision. Anyone can participate. There's a little reward that you can do stickers for Shib, your favorite. Shib, fish, or bone. That's just an example how any of you could also make a contest. Just do it transparently, good terms, and with credibility. And when NFTs come, there are a lot of possibilities. I have yet to reveal. With these examples, there is a lot of ways how any of you can participate and make things happen, whether it's a more or less a side hustle. More listings are anticipated. It is expected to expand. At these times, what I would suggest everybody to do is that you can always make your own effort to be constructive, or if you see that you want to criticize some point, how it should be changed, then just make a comprehensive post for that reasoning and give it out for people. I think any dynamics that are within Shibaswap, whether it's about communication or tokenomics or rewards, subjective to change where the community takes it, where it is reasonable really. But one of the most important factors that everybody is accountable for themselves is to manage your own expectations. For example, if you expect high Puri rewards, you should always compare it to the risk that you are willing to take for those rewards. Remember that Puriing is something about to be feasible for a long term. Meanwhile, cryptos are in this very hectic space where something is suddenly expected to make, manifolds, multiples, and you should always realistically compare them to what the regular centralized economies are able to provide bang for the buck. And on that note, I remember that we are going towards times where the gas fees will get significantly lower. So when the gas fees will be multiples lower from these levels, then all these functions of utilization will be more feasible. For example, you might only provide liquidity for a day or two or week when the cost of making the liquidity token is so low. So it kind of doesn't, affect the rewards that much. But of course, that is something to come. This time record that patience and faith combination and determination. If you would be able to look from that standpoint towards this time, then a lot of possible utilization would make more sense. And with these thoughts, I'm here for you guys. Keep this alive, and we will be woofing into the future. Mate.